going to take a look at the 5 minor pentatonic patterns and just do a quick overview of the 5, and we're going to zero in on patterns 1 and 2. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so first pattern is, everybody should know that. That's you learned that very early in your career as a guitar player. Some people made a whole career out of using just that pattern. But there's 4 more. So that's the first pattern on the 5th fret using the root note. I call it number 1. Some authors and some teachers will call that number 2 and call the one that starts on the left side of that number 1. But most people call it number 1 because that's where the note is, the tonic is there. So basically you're looking at 1, 4 finger numbers here, not intervals here, it's just finger numbers. Fingers 1, fingers 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. Okay, but let's zero in on just the first 5 notes of this pentatonic scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so those notes are A, the tonic, C, 5th fret, A string, D, 7th fret, A string, E, and then on the D string, 5th fret, G. Right there. So let's take a look at those 5 notes on just the E string going up towards the body, going higher in pitch. So there's A, C, D, E, G, and then we can finish it off with the octave 12 notes above the 5th fret, up here with A, up here. So as we go, start each pattern on one of those notes on the E string, it creates our 5 patterns. Okay, so the second pattern is going to start on C. Right here it's going to go. Play it for you again. Next one is going to be D, all the way up here. Here's D, I'll give it to you again. Okay, so the next one, that was D. Next one's going to be E, all the way up here. This one is. Again. Alright, next one is G. So, all the way up here. So here it is here, which is also the one that some people call 1. And that one ends on the A right here. And then, of course, the 12 frets above pattern. If you can fit all your fingers in here, I sometimes switch my fingers around so I can fit them all in. So I revert back to a 3-finger thing when I'm this high up, because you know the frets are close together. Sorry. So there's your 5 patterns of your pentatonic scale, finishing off with the octave there. Okay, so basically we're going to take a look at the first 2. First one I'm not going to show you again, but the second one, of course, is starting on C, which is derived from the C major scale that goes. There's your major scale. Alright, so that is basically all we need right now. Alright, so how we take these 2 patterns, 1 and 2, and use them together is you can kind of do them, you can kind of slide into notes, from start off on 1 and slide into the second. That kind of thing, and then, or you can do little things like stretch patterns. This is quite a stretch actually. That kind of thing here. It works a lot better if you're doing them. If you're doing them an octave higher, because of course your fingers can fit in there a little bit easier. So that's how you kind of use them in conjunction with each other. Gives you a little bit more range when you're soloing and you're improvising, and you should be able to get a lot more interesting ideas by doing that. And that's about it for now. Okay, so that's basically overview of all 5, and basically how 1 and 2 will work together, and how you actually use those. So. How do you practice that now? Okay, so you just practice it basically. You can find backing tracks for A or any other pattern, and just try and come up with some ideas, emphasizing your downstrokes and your. So the starting point is to do that. Emphasize your downstrokes. Start to get the scales to not sound so much like scales, but start to sound like music. So that's where all the slides come in. Anyways, that's it for now. Really quick one there. So anyways, take it easy, and we'll see you next time.